Hi guys, it's time to make a video. What is new? So every time we release ISOs, we tell you how to stay rolling. That's one video. And what is new. And if you have those two, then you'll be fine and you'll know what's going on with your operating system. So on ArcoLinux information, right? Info, you'll get already some kind of feeling what's going on, and let's be zen. We have a new ISO called ArcoLinux XS. XS is like clothing, extra small. There's just Firefox and the rest, no GIMP, no Inkscape, no Vivaldi, no Google Chrome, no Chromium, no editors, nothing, right? It's very minimal indeed. But with a Zen kernel rather than with the Linux kernel or with the Zenmod, which is coming later. So let us Zenmod. Same thing, same approach, minimal thing. You just keep adding or even removing, right? And then make it your own. But it is the only difference, Zenmod or Zen kernel. So let us Zenmod. If you're rolling, you have your own machines, you can say sudo pacman -s and then install this guy. The only thing I should point out is that if you go to the source, was it zenmod.org? Yes, right, they say here, very small note, the current proprietor in NVIDIA, VirtualBox, VMware Workstation Player and some other DKNS modules built do not officially support blah blah blah, right? So I have no issues with the machines here, even with NVIDIA, right? Even with a GeForce 260 and the other machine, I think 970, voila. And there is no issue. I was happy to see that everything is okay. And then of course you can move forward and say, okay, let's first test it out. Let's first let the beta test it out. Then we're gonna apply it. As you see, I am on Zenmod. I've been running it for months now. All is good with it. And then it results in an ISO where I say, okay, now users can try to use it. And there are three versions. The stable version, the long-term support, and the very new guy. So the latest updates, latest new stuff is the Edge. So in a few moments I'll probably change the November release, right, and point to the ISOs, later on to AEG first, and it will be all the ISOs, and this time it's 33. Yes, you heard correctly, all the B's are there, plus of course, right, XS, Zen, XS, Zenmod, extra 2. What's new? So this is the front page, right? But what's new is here. Release is 2022. And the front page will probably be changed again. Yeah, we need to get my cache should be gone. In a few moments it will be, but 22.11. First we start with a message, right? All the old ISOs out there, stop using v22.11, because when you update, certainly with advanced, the grub install is renewed, and grub install does not recognize a file system anymore. So bye bye v22.11, we stick to ext4, btrfs, jfs, riser, xfs. So when I install all 33 ISOs on my SSDs, I just pick one of them and test it out. But I've learned the hard way that this is not working anymore. All right, so this is the list. But if you take an old ISO, v22.11 will be in there, right? So just don't pick it. That's the message. 2, maybe making aware again that yes, we have a bunch of software. All right, if you wanna have a look at what we all got, it's incredible, right? How much software we have on our repos. But don't forget there's the chaotic AOR, which is huge comparison with ArcoLinux. This is, right, a huge iceberg, and we are just a tip. So if you're missing applications, it's just a chaotic AOR. You put extra, and it's super simple. Ctrl-Alt-E. You launch the tweak tool, and it's just a click away. How about that? So in the ArcoLinux tweak tool, meant for anything Arch, you go to pacman and say enable chaotic repo. Just a click. And then you have access to a bunch, like thousands, I don't know, go count them, lots of software. So remember that. So we've got 2 new ISOs, great. ArcoLinux XS, extra small again, right? That's why it's what it stands for. And Xenmod and Zen. The only difference being the kernel. That's it. You can compare GitHubs with each other. It's the only change. If we make projects like these, we making also how to install the ArcoLinux SZ, right? Is it different? No, it's not that much different, but it's a video we make, right? How to install it and how to build it, because ArcoLinuxB.com, everything is changed. If we do projects like these, they move through our system, through our websites, because there will be a question at some point in time. I like to build my own ArcoLinux XS LTS or Xenmod or Zen, so it's there already. Also the D's has been changed and showing, okay, if you are installing ArcoLinux D, you've got now Xenmod, you've got now Zen. We had already Zen, but Xenmod is new, 3 of them. So ArcoLinux XS Xenmod, the only thing is the kernel and how to build it. That's a building thing, ArcoLinux B. And here's how, let's have a sneak preview at some point in time. I made a video. And then here, how to install ArcoLinux D. You have these 2 options, the base and the advanced, but this time I want to have the Xenmod kernel. So how to install ArcoLinux XS Xenmod ISO. Not that much different, but it's there. The video is there, very specific on your searches on YouTube. You'll find it in the searches on our website. You'll find it. Install Xenmod from an older ISO. That's strange. Even though now I would push something to the internet. If you got internet, you'll see it inside Calamars. You'll pop up, you'll boot up. If you have internet, any old ISO out there will give you the possibility to install the Xenmod kernel. That's a month old, right? No, if you start up with something old, you'll get this selection. Install Linux Xenmod, Xenmod Edge, or the LTS. So that's an important thing for you to remember. And if somebody, only yesterday I believe somebody asked me, let's add this application and that application, it's there. Also on all the old ISOs. It's a strange concept, but we can travel back in time. All right. Arch ISO, well, it's just referencing for also the ISO builders. We're now on Arch ISO 67. I've removed termites. It was time to get rid of it from all the ISOs, right? This used to be our default terminal, and when the project stopped, even though we're still making new packages, new builds are being created, but our default now is Alacrity. At some point in time, I came across with about the EWW bar, and I thought, hey, that looks interesting. So I played around with the code, not that much, I must say. I mean, I'm still a very noob and all that. But we're figuring out today, if I got time, to see how does it work on dual screens. So that's a conversation I'm having with the developer, how we can work on that it actually is, well, the way it's supposed to feel like I'm working now on left WM, and it's not at this point in time. But it looks, the project looks promising, and voila, I have at least one theme to play around with it. So that's a video about it, and this is what's new. So we'll add the video I'm making now in here. All right, let's continue. So this video will come in here, and how to stay rolling has been made. Nothing special. Again, ArcoLinux keyring, right? Remember it. And for the rest, voila, we're at the end of our video. So enjoy the new ISOs. When would you use? Right? The kernels is like the the layer between your hardware, your motherboard and all that's on it, and the software, right? So if you say, oh, this is not working, well, that's the reason to try out the LTS or the Zen or the XenMod ISO. For the rest, it's just fun and play, but necessity makes you switch, and that's an important thing, that you know that kernels are supporting different bits and pieces of hardware. So it pays off. Say, okay, this one doesn't work and my pop is not working and I can't figure it out. Well, try it out. Switch the kernel, and of course you can do a clean install with the ISOs, but also sudo pacman -s and then Linux tap and have a look what we have, right? So that's today a little bit different. So sudo pacman -s Linux dash and then tap. This is it now. We have here the let's start with hardened LTS, sorry, and then ZenMod and ZenMod Edge and ZenMod LTS and the Zen. Let's not forget this guy as well. So it's now 4 plus 3, 7 kernels to choose from, and I hope it works. Again, guys, stop buying rubbish hardware, right? What you do is the following: you type in probe, please do it now, type in probe, and then it goes to the website called, let's wait for it, Linux hardware, right? And in this not only this one, but with this website, I decide what to buy. What works on an Asus TEC Prime Set 490, right? What's working on that? And then you have a look, find parts, and you have here the vendor, maybe Asus, and then name, I don't know, Control F, and then the Asus TEC we deleted, and you go and find, and you say, okay, look at that. I never knew that existed, and this is how I know I will not have issues, because Fedora is working on it, Ubuntu is working on it, Pop! OS is working on it, Linux Mint, and yeah, there we are, right? So this is how I buy my computers, and there's lots of people having lots of issues with systems they've bought or got, and nothing is working, right? None of the Linux distributions are working. Save up and buy proper hardware. This is how you select, and of course keep on looking and searching, and issues or something, I type sometimes issues or Linux issues or Linux problems, and see if a lot of things come up and say, okay, I'm not going to buy that one, right? That's how you decide how to buy things. But remember, issues, okay, why not change the kernel and see if everything works? All right, cheers.